watching Morning Live. Thank you for choosing to stay with us. Now, Port Elizabeth businessman Stuart Connacher is building a boat especially and will be rowing across the Atlantic Ocean alone in the Talisker Whiskey Atlantic Challenge in aid of the South African NGO Smile Foundation. This is a journey of over 3,000 miles that starts from San Sebastian in Spain and ends in Nelson's Harbour in Antigua. Now, the journey can take anywhere from 50 to 75 days. Stuart and his wife, Connacher, joins me here in studio to talk about the mission, the passion, and why she's allowed her husband to go in a rowing boat alone. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for having me. Stuart, so what happened? Tell me the story. I know it's a challenge. You're doing it for an amazing foundation. But why was this the challenge that I don't know how you broached it, how you brought us. Christelle said, Christelle, I had a great idea. I'm rowing across the 3,000 miles. Where were you? What happened?
About 15 years ago, a friend of mine said to me, have a look at this clip on the internet. And I believe at the time it was Doogie McDougall, who was also South African, and he was doing it with I think, an English rower. And it just looked so really crazy to me that at that point I decided I'd really like to do it. Subsequent to that, I had the privilege of meeting Piet van Ketz and Bill Godfrey, who really convinced me that I should do it. It's a life-changing event.
I cannot, not only for you, but for your family, because let me bring you into this. Because obviously your husband is prepping, he's traveling to the UK where you're building the boat. This is just not an idea. This changes the entire family dynamic.
It does, for sure. I mean, it was 2 Christmases ago. We sat around the Christmas table and him and a friend said, well, wow, why not a boat? And I kind of thought, yeah, it's like doing Ironman, maybe, they've decided. And the next thing, we were like entering the race and my eyes were going bigger and bigger and bigger. And then he said, well, Bookie, you need to train me. And I just didn't know where to go. I'm like, so yeah, it's changed a lot of the family dynamics, but I believe we are a strong enough team to make it work. And
let's talk about that dynamic very quickly, because you're a very strong woman. Most women have said no. Just go to the local shop. Where are we in preparation, and how do we even begin, Stuart, to prepare for something like this?
You can't. You physically and mentally cannot prepare yourself for an event that it's in fact up to 90 days at sea. That's the longest permissible time. Physically, you cannot prepare for it. Mentally, you can't. You can get yourself or your body into best possible condition, but at the same time, you need to also pick up weight and bulk up, because of course you lose an enormous amount of weight. We'll lose approximately 20 kilograms over the period of time, burning 14,000 calories a day, and physically only being able to take in about 6,000 to 8,000 calories. So it's...
Where are we in the preparation?
We currently are building our boat. It's been manufactured by Roster Yachts in the UK. Training is a daily routine, 4 to 6 hours. Gym, yoga, riding a bike, just doing as much as we possibly can.
Christelle, you're the support, and your mic is scratching just a little bit, but you're the support from a land perspective. I don't want to be doomsday scenario here, kind of situation here, but what is the worst that you have prepped for? Because in conditions like this, you have to prep for the worst and hope for the best.
Myself personally or Stuart?
Well, both.
Wow, I actually don't know how to answer that question for you, because you don't know how to prepare for it. So other than that, as a biokineticist, I'm trying to prepare Stuart physically as much as I can. Is this my new... Thank you.
Weapon.
Yeah, so as a biokineticist, I've been doing all the training with Stuart, making sure that he is strong.
Yeah.
So from a body perspective, I know that he won't fail. But from mentally... From a mental point of view, I can only be his bookie at home. And if he does break down, I can be there. Like, I don't know how to answer the question for you more than that.
Smile Foundation, why was this the cause that you felt compelled, that you had to be involved, that it was something that sat close to you?
Sam, I think for me it's an easy answer. Perhaps for others it's not as understandable. But Smile makes such a tangible change to a child's life, and very often in life, children are born with disabilities that can't be reversed. In this case, the unbelievable transition from a child that's had a cleft palate, possibly been in isolation for most of their life, is now able to literally smile the next day, and to be part of that is absolutely awesome. We've had the privilege of being in surgery with Dr. Chris van der Walt down at Port Elizabeth. We've watched the operation, we've seen the child in recovery, and it is truly remarkable.
What do you hope to achieve?
When you say what do we hope to achieve?
I mean, you're doing this, you've seen the work that's Smile, but shows like this, people are going to switch on and then maybe Google Smile Foundation. But what is your personal mission here? Other than raising funds, also a bit of a personal mission for you?
There's a personal side to it. We South Africans, we're all very competitive. It is a race, and that is the competitive side. But at the same time, the more competitive I am, and the closer we are to a podium finish as such, just allows the world to see so much more Smile. It's not about myself, really it isn't. It's about the foundation.
Okay, there's a lot of families that are going to want to switch on, listen, take note. Where can we follow you? How can we follow this progress?
If I can answer that, on our official website, www.facingit.co.za, there will be a thing called Yellow Brick Tracker. So during the race, they'll be able to follow Stuart. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. On the website as well, there are spaces where people can donate directly to Smile. So that's how the media and the public and the families can follow this crazy man of mine.
They've got to donate. That's the whole point.
Yeah, and there's also opportunities for corporate sponsors that, if they do want to get involved, get their name out on the boat with national and international coverage, they can contact Stuart directly.
Okay, awesome. And you can just Google the rest. Okay, that is Christel and Stuart Connacher. He's on a man on a mission. He's building a boat, and he's rowing 3,000 miles that starts in San Sebastian, Spain, and ends up in Nelson's Harbour in Antigua. And he's going to be about maybe 90 days at sea. Well, hopefully 57 to 70. We'll wait, we'll track, we'll keep you updated, and hopefully invite you back to see how the mission went.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we take an ad break. We're back on this.